Hey everyone, it's Monica. Welcome back to Homeschool Voices. Ever wonder what it's like to homeschool? Check out today's video to find out.
Alright,
Okay, so I'm trying to make, my sister wants a fan for her room. So this is a motor from like a kit, and then I got it, but these wires are too short because they have to go down this fan tube to be able to blow at anything. So I got these two other wires because I'm gonna have to have extra wires so I can connect switches and stuff. And be able to pull out the battery compartment because the battery compartment is really large. But anyway, these wires are just gonna go through this tube, and then let me see. I'm gonna cover all the electrical parts with electrical tape, and then this thing's not gonna be sticking out like that, but it'll sort of cool, but. It'll be sticking out. It's gonna be a contraption that sort of sticks out like that, and that's gonna be like.
nice.
And I can connect it to my battery thing.
Battery thing. Cool.
Well, that's not it, but it's another one.
Another one similar, huh?
Yeah.
So that you can actually make chocolate, but there are a few more steps even. So you have to crack it open with a hammer, and inside you'll find a slimy seed. This slimy seed, when it's raw, actually tastes like a sour.
Okay, so this is sort of the next step of the fan, and I showed you sort of this morning how I got this fan, and then I run the wires through, and then I have this here. But now I added a switch to it, and these screws are sort of for show. And then the wires are in here, so it sort of runs from one wire, and I hot glued it there to keep it in place. And then this is connected to a trap door, which can come out of the bottom, and then you can change your batteries. But then, so one side connected to a switch, so when I leave it, don't turn it down. And when I put up the switch, just
Nice.
the fan, and then I can put it off, and everything's like covered up with electrical tape and stuff, so no fires.
See, I knew there was a reason I saved all those little parts. What's your fastest speed? Hello, what have you made?
Okay, well, I have made a fan just based on simple circuits, and this is a motor from like a set that I had, and then I connected it and I just sort of cased it in cardboard so it looks cool. And this is the stock for it, and then inside there's this little switch here which can turn on and off, and then that connects to a wire which connects to a battery on one side, and then it connects to the motor on the other side, and there's just a wire running straight from the battery pack to the motor to make it run. And when you flip the switch, it turns on.
Cool.
And then I can take the blade on and off if I want, so I can be like,
Can I see the battery, where the batteries go?
yeah. And well, here, let me show you one more thing real quick. And if I want to adjust the angle of this, all I have to do is loosen this nut, and then I can adjust the angle
you can
of
adjust
it.
the angle. Very nice touch.
And then I can all I gotta do is tighten it back up.
Wow.
Now if I want to look at my if you want to change your batteries,
I do.
this is your battery compartment, and this is the battery compartment, and I made it so it has magnets.
Hold it shut very well.
And you can see the battery pack comes out, and this is one of the magnet plates, and that's the other magnet. And it requires four AA batteries. Then I have this connection here. My dad helped me solder it, but then when you turn it on, and plug it in, and
See.
turn it on.
Ooh, oh, I can feel it all the way from here. It's like, it's strong. It is.
Pretty cool.
Good job.
Thanks.
Making copies. Story of my life. What you looking at?
MLA formatted outline.
Yeah, what do you need that for?
My speech. I'm doing a speech on the castle, so I have to put it in an MLA outline. So I'm looking up what it is.
Yeah, it's helpful to know what it is first.
How do I do this?
Sure can. Remember,
I can simplify this
5
part.
y's times 2 x's.
You can't do it because they're different variables.
Okay.
So 10xy, 10yx.
Because I'm sorry. Because remember what we just learned of the what's the communicative property of multiplication that we just learned?
I don't know.
It's okay.
I just remembered how to do this problem. I don't remember.
Remind yourself. So over here, you showed me the communicative. Where is it? Where is it? I don't even know anymore. The communicative property of multiplication. Where did it go? Properties of numbers, communicative property.
Distributive.
Communicative property. What does that mean again?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the thing that we're just doing. It means that multiplication can go this way, this times this, or this times this.
Right. So why am I mentioning that? Let's look back at the problem.
Because you can just do
What do we have here?
5y times 2x, or 2x times 5y, and always 2x.
Or I can say 5 times 2, can't I?
5
Because
times-
this is just 5 times y times 2 times x, isn't it? Right here. So rewrite that so it's more useful for you. Or, you know what I mean? Right, 5 times 2 times y times x. Do you see that? You see what I'm talking about? Does that make sense or no?
Yeah.
You sure?
Plus 2 times x?
Why would it be
Plus y
plus?
times x?
Look, here. We're just reordering. This isn't this 5 times y here? And this is another times. But remember, we don't have to write a times thing next to a variable, but it does mean this. 5 times y times 2 times x. And we can just switch those in any order, right? Wasn't that the first thing, one of the first things you told me today, right? You could just switch 2 times 3 times 8, or 8 times 3 times 2, right? Okay, well now, if we could just multiply these,
Plus 2 is 10.
plus, and then we can just go plus 5y times 3, right? So let's deal with this part again, right? Because Penn does tell us we have to, before we can deal with addition, we have to do our multiplication stuff first.
5y times 3 is 15y.
Well, let's deal with this side first. Yes, it is, but let's deal with this side first.
10 xy or y.
Yeah.
10.
Well, you normally would say xy. It would be fine either way, but most people would say xy.
10x.
Exactly, but exactly.
And no, not no y further. Try plus.
Okay, good. And that's it. Because this is 10 xy's.
That's 10 y's.
So we'll say, like, you know, if x were to be 2, x equals 2, and y equals 3. That's fine. So an xy is a 6, right? And a y is just a 3. So this would be 10 6's and 15 3's. So they're different things. We can't combine them. Right? Cool.
Mom, do arteries go in or do they go out?
Oh, we have arteries and veins.
Veins go away from the heart, right?
No, arteries because it starts with an A. A for
Oh,
away.
yeah, okay, so arteries go away, so that would be red, right?
Why do you put, oh, thank you.
Homeschool snacks.
Dork.
I know. Oh my god.
And then, so basically, times a half. Okay, so that's 90. 90 cut in half equals
Wait. Did you? What did you? I'm
45.
sorry. What did you get for this section?
91 and 1.
9. That's not 91. 9 squared isn't 91.
9, 18, 20, sometimes it's 1, 91, 91, 92, 81, 81.
81.
Then, you minus 1, so now I have 80. 80 times a half
Mm-hmm.
of a half,
Why half of a half?
because this is a decimal.
Times the top and the bottom times 10. You'll get an equivalent of fraction that's easier to look at.
20?
What's 0.2 times 10?
20. 2.
2. And what's 0.4 times 10?
4.
Oh, 2/4, which is the same as what?
Half.
It's just a half. It's not a half of a half, it's just a half.
Okay, times a half, which equals 40.
Correct. Is that what you were trying to say? Anyway?
Yes.
Check that one.
I hope that gives you a better idea of what it's like to homeschool. If you like this video, please click thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please please click the subscribe button and the notification bell next to it. In the meantime, happy homeschooling and have a great day.